100-minute bag, that's a big number. Big numbers, big numbers. Whole team counted, that's a big number.
Hey, foreign cars, foreign seats with the foreign leather. Foreign number, put the card in the ATM in the sad era. Yeah, flex mode, this ain't Southwest, this is Jet. I ain't gotta shut the cell off, cause the iPhone don't got a jet mode. Bad pesto. If you wanna come, let's go. We ain't going nowhere special.
Gabe, I know that's you. You ready for this? Rams versus Saints. Let's see who wins this. Ghost, yeah, boys, Saints coming and down. Woo-wee. Saints coming.
Welcome in, everybody. It's the
big
Coach,
game.
we are down on the Bayou as you get a look inside the Mercedes-Benz Superdome here in
Kick
New
it off
Orleans.
middle.
Today, we've got a good NFC matchup on tap between the Los
Oh,
Angeles
nice
Rams
kick.
and
That was
the
a
New
beautiful
Orleans
kick.
Saints.
He's gonna kneel it. Bet they're gonna kneel
They'll
it.
be taken in the end zone.
Yeah, you little
and no
scaredy
run back
cat.
here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Jared Goff leading the Rams onto the field. Well, Goff had won 9 straight games versus the NFC West before the Week 5 Thursday night loss at Seattle. Now, in that game, 29 of 49.
let's
Put
get
it
it.
in the air a lot. 395 yards, 2 touchdowns,
passing.
but also
I'm
an
gonna go for number
interception.
12.
And you think about his numbers so far, 7 touchdowns and 7 interceptions.
Yeah, Rams.
That's been the problem.
You ain't going
Because he's put up the
-2
yardage
yards,
numbers. In
bro.
fact, in the last 2 weeks, 912 yards combined through the air for Jared Goff. So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. From the gun, here's Goff. His throw incomplete. He was in search of his tight end, Tyler Higbee, and it's 3rd down. And quickly now, here's a look at the Rams offense.
And I think the entire league benefited when Andrew Whitworth made the decision to come back for his 13th NFL season. Still one of the best offensive tackles in the game. 4 Pro Bowls, 2 times first-team All-Pro. He's now 10th among active players in the NFL in games started.
A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
And 3rd down is a key down in any game you play. And 3rd down defense, something we've got to watch in this one. Got to be effective on the passing downs. That's a pretty good first step right there.
Now we see a man who got a workout in last year's Super Bowl, Johnny Hecker, on to punt for the Rams. Back deep is Marcus Sherrills. This is taken at the 15.
Stop, Jackson. Don't scream.
It's a nifty return of 29 yards. And the Saints will take over with a 1st down and 10. A good starting spot for the Saints as they come up 1st and 10. Throwing on 1st down is Breeze. Oh, he's going to take a shot right away.
Jackson, get off! That's going to break the door!
The Pro Bowler Michael
Yes, you
Thomas
jump!
is the intended receiver.
Yes, you can! Alright, let's get it, Gabe. Did you say anything? Let's do another Hail Mary.
Breeze going to throw. He's going to float this over the middle deep. This is caught at the 20.
He caught it. Let's go. First down.
To the edge of the red zone.
Let's go. We needed that first down.
You know I'm going to lean towards the defender, right?
Saints
You know
winning
I'm going to
this.
do that.
I know.
That's
No
a
way,
tough
Rams.
situation for him as I see it. But the truth of the matter is, that ball was not streaking towards him. Had a little arc
Let's
on
gun
it.
it.
He's got to find a way to get his head around and make a play on the football.
I'm going to pass it.
So a big play as it gets him all the way
I should
down to
get
the
first
20
down by
now for
doing this.
1st and 10. Here's Breeze. Looking in zone,
Dang
but
it!
it's incomplete. The target that time, Michael Thomas.
I'm just going to run it
And it's
now.
2nd down.
It's not a bad idea, not at all. You've got a bunch of defenders reeling a little bit back on their heels after just giving up a big play. You take another shot and hope to complete it. In this case, though, it falls incomplete.
Yes!
Into the end zone, touchdown.
You can't see us.
Taking it in from the 20.
Let's
And
field
they're able
goal
to
it.
strike first here on their opening drive. An ideal start for them, really. You force the punt and
Yeah,
then
I'm
you
not
go down
gonna
and
fake
score.
it.
And you've got to see a fist pump on the sideline from the head coach, don't you? Because he's turning into his bench, and he's telling his
Let's
team,
go!
this is how
Yes,
we prepare.
that was straight
Force
up in the
punt,
middle.
Go downfield and score. I told you guys.
For real, Gabe.
Drive that time.
That's
And the capper came from
dang.
Alvin Kamara on the touchdown run.
Let's do a kickoff left. Watch,
After
they're
the
gonna.
touchdown,
I bet they're
kick it
gonna
off.
kneel it. They're probably gonna kneel.
That's fielded in the end zone. And no run
Why do
back
you
here.
kneel?
This will be a
Just run the
touchback, and it comes
ball.
out to the 25-yard line. The Rams here set to get the football back on offense. This is a crew at 3-2 that got off to a hot start with those 3 straight wins to begin the season. Then came the Week 4 debacle against Tampa Bay. They get the short week, have to travel up the coast to Seattle on a Thursday night in Week 5, and it came down to a 44-yard field goal, which would seem to be money in the bank for Greg Zuerlein. But he pushed it wide right, and the Rams now sit at 3-2. They have some extra time to think about it before they regroup for another big one back home against the 49ers, Week 6. The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up 3rd down. After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. Gone. And that is incomplete.
What down is that? 4th? Oh yeah, let's get it, baby. No way they.
I think the punter might start to get into a pretty good rhythm here if he keeps getting opportunities. But that's the last thing his team wants to have happen, right? The last thing you want to see is your punter feeling pretty good because he's out there all the time.
Now, first quarter only, but they're 0 for 2 on 3rd down conversions to start this thing.
Right, move out the way, 53.
34 yards on the return.
That's still good.
Looked like he had a shot to go all the way. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. They'll be looking to duplicate the efforts of drive number 1 that result. And down he goes on the pressure from the Rams defense.
No, you did not.
Samson Abukum. He's the one that got home and takes him down for a loss of 9.
Yeah, we talk
He
about
just
players
did our
blitzing
dance.
all the time. I
He
often
did our
laugh and
dance.
sometimes call it just straight ahead pursuit. What a running start right back to the backfield for him.
Yeah, it really didn't give anybody a chance to get up there and stop it.
No,
What's up,
I mean, it's
87?
really
Yeah,
difficult.
come on.
Taking it right down Broadway. Touchdown, New Orleans. Jared Cook, 63 yards. And the Saints are able to strike quickly for 6. When they drew that up, I don't think they envisioned it ending in a house call. But he got it and took it all the way home.
Really impressive run after the catch, wasn't it? That was really special by him. But let's face it, in
When's
today's
y'all's
NFL,
birthday?
those tight ends are often
December
former
9th?
wide receivers, or maybe even sometimes bigger running backs. They just
That's-
put them in a
that's in
position to
2
get a great
months.
matchup and make
Oh,
plays
like
like
2
that.
months. You do? That's cool.
After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off.
You can? That's cool.
This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line.
What'd you
now
do?
out on the field, here
You did a
comes Los
flip?
Angeles. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points get that 0 off the board. It's a gain of 15, and the Rams have a first down. So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line. To throw is gone. Gets this into the hands of the tight end, Higbee. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down
Probably should have saw
completion.
that coming.
Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. They go play action with Gurley. Now Goff. He'll get this one to Cup, complete. That catch good for only a yard, and it'll be third down.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
They run. It's Gurley.
Let's go.
I don't
Let's
think
fourth
Gurley
down.
got
Just
there.
can't let him get this
Looks
last
like the
down.
defense held him back. Just a 1-yard gain on the play, and that'll mean a call to the punt team as it's fourth down. Of course, with Gurley, the Rams, they have been content to monitor that workload in the early part of the season, mostly keeping him around the 14 to 16 carry mark. A far cry from last year when he had games of, gosh, he had 28 carries in one game, 25 in another, 23 in another.
Gosh,
but it's been a different story for Todd Gurley in 2019. And now where will the side judge stop his walk? That's the question. He says it crossed out of bounds at about the 17-yard line.
It's from
the football heading
one of my
back
shirts.
over to the New Orleans Saints, who have had now consecutive 4-1 starts for the first time in franchise history. But they got to 4-1 with that victory 31-24 over Tampa Bay in Week 5. And Teddy Bridgewater, we also talked about this earlier, he's been excellent. 3-0 as a starter, coming in for the injured Drew Brees. And by the way, speaking of Brees, over the weekend, he posted a video of himself throwing a football. So maybe nearing a return, that would be a good thing for New Orleans. But in the meantime, Teddy Bridgewater on fire as his crew heads to Jacksonville in Week 6 and then to Chicago in Week 7. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Second down, a little more productive than first. 7 yards on the gain. It gets him to 3rd and 3 now. Brees on the draw, gives to Kamara.
First down, let's go.
And he's able to get it to the 33. Good enough for a first down. It's a 9-yard gain, and it keeps the drive moving. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Ready for the second quarter from New Orleans. It's the Saints in possession as they've got it with a 1st and 10. On first down, Brees gets this to a standout receiver, Thomas. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. A good pickup there, 26 yards. Well, they brought the pressure, and that meant man coverage behind him, so he's still able to complete the pass.
Even as he took the hit, and that's what you have to do, because I was just talking with a coach the other day, and he said, look, it's not always going to be pretty back there. You're going to have to give me completions, even when you're taking some hits. Sometimes you have to be your own blitz control.
I didn't know I was doing that play.
Got to make completions, step up, and make
am I going to get it?
And now off to the races.
Oh, I'm so good at this.
Touchdown, New Orleans. Alvin Kamara with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Saints able to stretch that lead out further.
Wait, y'all get out. Y'all get out real quick.
When you can hit pay dirt twice.
And it never hurts to have that good feeling as the game moves on. Just think about halftime. If that's all he gets, he'll just sit there at the half and think, all right, 2 already. I can get some more. I can get some more. And he'll be encouraging his offensive line to create some space.
So that drive spanned 5 plays. And the capper came from Alvin Kamara on the touchdown run.
I was like... Bro, you know what was weird? I didn't even know they were gonna pass it back, but they were, and I still got the touchdown.
After the touchdown,
that was the perfect kick. And watch what they're gonna do. Catch it and kneel it.
Take it in the end zone.
Yeah, why don't they keep kneeling
and
it?
It comes out to the 25-yard line. Todd Gurley and the Rams offense set to take over. And for him, it's been pretty limited involvement. Down on the scoreboard, maybe time to turn to this guy.
I like Tampa.
And you know me well. Winning games to me means starting with the running game and continuing to press the running game. Maybe you go away from him a little bit now, but the bottom line is he hasn't touched it enough to make a difference.
They haven't established.
Dang it. Oh, yeah, you're right.
At a first down, L.A.
I didn't even see him do that. Who that?
Gurley again here on first down. And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8. Now on 2nd down, this is Gurley. Nowhere to go that time. He maybe got a yard up to the 40. Throwing on 3rd.
No!
He's going to dump it off to
Dang
Gurley.
it!
And he will have the first down as he's brought down up near midfield. And that gain of 9 buys them a new set of downs.
Gotta do better. Come on, QB, come on.
On first down, it's Gurley. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. That's a gain of 13, first down Rams. So many questions about Todd Gurley in the offseason. How good is the knee? I mean, remember, he had a heavy workload the last couple years, nearly 4,000 yards from scrimmage, 40 total touchdowns, but just 4 carries in the NFC Championship game, 10 in the Super Bowl. So we'll see what kind of usage he gets this season. Here's Goff. He gets it to Cooks. A gain of 6 there on first. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4.
He can't hang. He's not
A play fake to Gurley. Now gone. Open man is Higbee, the tight end.
God.
The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. This will be the first red zone opportunity now for the Rams. This is 1st and goal from about the 8. On 1st and goal, Gurley. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. Only a yard on the pickup there. 2nd and goal. Defensively, pretty good start there with their backs against the wall.
That's a win for the stop troops right there. And if I'm them, I get a little bolder now. They won the first battle. Keep coming after them. Put the pressure on them.
We remind you that coming up at halftime, Jonathan Coachman will be alongside. He'll have highlights and analysis from Orlando of this first half of action. 2nd down and goal. Goff. This is caught. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. 5 yards that time on the completion. And now it's 3rd and goal. They'll try and push it in with Gurley. Oh, hit him in the backfield, and he will not escape. And that is not going to get it done. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Zuerlein, of course, last year had likely the iconic field goal of the season, booting that 57-yarder in the Superdome to send his squad to the Super Bowl.
Yeah, you really hurt the Saints fans on that one, didn't you?
Sorry.
They didn't want to hear that at all. But this guy deserves his nicknames. Greg the Leg, Legatron, because the ball goes through the post at a heavy rate, 87% in 2018.
And the decision to bring it out, a good one, as he's up a yard or 2 shy of the 30. Drew Brees getting ready to go again on offense. He's played a pretty clean first half, a touchdown, no interceptions.
Frankly, that's what they expect out of him. They want to see the ball thrown and thrown well, and he's able to do that and put it in the end zone. They'd love to see.
He's got a man, complete.
Let's go!
And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. Better than a 30-yard gain as we wind down towards 30 seconds left in the quarter. Well, that certainly changes things.
I think the thought process is they take this lead into the locker room, run something simple here and run the clock out. Instead, they get the big play. Now they have a chance to increase what they've done in the first half.
And he gets it down a yard or 2 shy of the 30 before he's out of bounds.
Gonna have to do it.
Jared Cook is a guy who's been around the NFL. He's been with the Titans, the Rams, the Packers. And the last 2 years in Oakland, now he makes a move to the Big Easy, where he pairs with Drew Brees and forms a nice little threat.
4 receivers in the formation here. 3 to the left, 1 to the right. 2nd and 3. To throw, it's Breeze. Gets it to Meredith, complete. Sheds another, and he'll be brought down.
Face mask, wasn't it? Face mask.
Certainly
Yes.
looked like it. Indeed, here come the flags.
Defense.
Let's go. First down.
So they will accept the penalty and move forward.
Ready? You ready?
9
Come
seconds.
out in the pistol. So now then the penalty's got him set up with a first and goal.
4-second 3.
So it's halftime here in New Orleans with the Saints out in front. You want the third quarter already? No problem. Let's do it. Set now to go for the third quarter. The Saints have the lead and set to receive the kick. This fielded at the 2. Powerful running. He's got Daly.
No way!
The 20. Touchdown.
No way!
That kick return TD is 98 yards in length. And the Saints able to stretch that lead out further.
That's crazy.
What exactly does that mean? Because they did it there.
It means focusing on it, all aspects of it, because it's the third part of the game. Offense, defense, special teams. If you press the kicking game, create an advantage, make a big play, it often leads to victory.
And he takes off with it. It's a fake. And he
Yes!
no one was expecting a fake there, but they add 2 more onto their lead.
Oh my
They're
gosh.
up big. They snapped the ball from the 15 for a regular PAT, yet they fake it and get it. Is the kicker's leg tired? What's going on here?
I don't know, but defensively, now with this deficit, now you add 2 more onto that. They fake the PAT.
That's
That stings a little.
crazy,
It
though.
definitely stings, and I know the guys that I played for, they wouldn't be as mad at the opposition as they would have been at us for allowing that to happen.
That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Now the attention turns back to the Rams offense as they get ready for their first possession of the second half. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. The tally there, -2 yards, brings up 3rd down.
Well, I know it goes against the instincts of the person catching the ball because all you're ever taught is catch the football, don't drop.
Oh yeah,
It would have been better. End up losing yardage, even though they completed the pass.
As good as a sack.
Yeah, how about that? Although they won't get the same credit.
I should have got that
and it won't help
guy.
him at contract time.
And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. And now the Saints are going to take a timeout on defense. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter.
I'm going to play this quarter.
180. Check, 47. Don't get nervous.
Goff turns and gives to Gurley. And he'll push this forward only to about the 42-yard line. David Onyemata there on the tackle. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Goff. That's complete to his tight end, Higbee.
Wait, I was at school today and I remembered that it was. Oh.
Of 13.
Thanks, Gabe.
I got a kick out of that one, partner. You and I talk often about trying to hide receivers in certain situations, but a guy of his size, you can't really hide him. But the tight end drag route, definitely an effective way to sneak him across the formation for an easy completion and a first down.
That'll be marked as a 27-yard pickup. This drive, it's been a good mix. 3 passing plays, 3 runs, hitting on all 3 of those passes, and the last one putting him in the red zone.
So wouldn't you think play action right here? Because you've got the ability and had the ability to run it and throw it. Go play action and take your shot at the end zone.
Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. From the red zone now, gone. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. Trying to get it to Woods, but it's going to be 2nd down. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Again, Goff. And Woods has it complete. 12 yards there and a 1st down.
I think a lot of people ask the same question all the time. Why do we see so many slants in the red zone? Well, the windows are tighter. Everything's more condensed. It has to be quicker. In
trouble, and he'll go down back at the 12. Cameron Jordan with a sack.
Jordan.
Well, that was point counterpoint, wasn't it? They decided to throw for it on 1st and goal. Instead, the defense counters with pressure, and the defense wins, getting a big sack.
I'm more of an offense player.
So they get pushed back to the 11, and here's 2nd and goal.
Hey, watch that. Hey, watch the ball.
Now a play fake, and it's gone. And that's going to be knocked away in the end zone. It's incomplete. Good coverage that time by Patrick Robinson. They've been denied touchdowns in the red zone twice already. Here comes 3rd and goal. Here's Goff. He's got it. It's Higbee. Touchdown Rams. Tyler Higbee there to make the grab.
Oh my gosh, they got
and the Rams are able to
touchdown.
draw a bit closer. No surprise there. 3rd and goal down here. That's what.
Pass complete to number 89, Tyler Higbee. Touchdown, Los Angeles.
They had to go to the monitor, get an extra look. That's what the technology is for, and this touchdown will count. Zerline connects on the extra point, and that will shave one more off this lead. So that one a long 11-play drive, and it winds up with a touchdown for Los Angeles.
You're bad. You're bad.
Now after the touchdown, it's Zerline. He'll kick it away.
Watch, you ready?
This fielded at the 2.
Oh,
they'll take this across the 25.
I'm gonna make the
couple
biggest
extra yards up to the 27-yard
of
line.
Madden 20.
The Saints offense now. They
Watch,
get ready
Madden
to head
20,
back onto the field. And now you've got the clock winding down here in the 3rd quarter. Your 3 scores to the good. What's your approach on this drive?
Too early to fully commit to playing the clock game. Yet at the same time, you're also not going pell-mell like you would in 2-minute offense. This is what NFL offenses call 4-minute football. Take the clock.
Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And shedding the tackle, and now some room.
What did I tell you? Biggest play in Madden 20. What did I tell you? Biggest play in Madden 20.
73 yards. And the Saints able to stretch that lead out further. Well, he's used to running it that distance. Here he had to catch it, too, before making the run. Heck of a play for the score.
There's not many things better for an offense than a back who's a complete guy who can run it and catch it. And we just saw him complete a big-time play for a touchdown.
Lutz will look to add the extra point. Flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it. And he'll be out of bounds well short of the goal line, so the attempt at the fake extra point unsuccessful.
Dang it.
Okay, they went for the extra point attempt. And they didn't get there, didn't get it completed successfully. Did someone dare them to do that? Did someone double dog dare them
I was
to do
going to
that?
ask you, maybe they saw something on film, but do you see something on film with those to try something from the 15 on a PAT?
Bro, they said that legit.
The only thing they needed to see on film there was a snap, a hold, and someone kicking the ball through the post.
That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. Jared Goff and the Rams headed back onto the field. How do you break down his game so far? Just the one touchdown pass, but sometimes the touchdown pass stat category, that doesn't tell the whole story.
It really doesn't. Not until you balance it with the error side.
That's negative.
And in this case, he hasn't thrown any interceptions.
Oh, he got
so
1 yard.
a lot of people would call this almost a pedestrian game, kind of a bus driver game. But that's just really wrong. Being a bus driver is a good thing if you're running a football team, because that means you're in control and you're taking your team to the right places.
Yeah, he's been pretty solid. So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. Now Goff. Open man, Higbee, the tight end. That one good for the completion percentage, but no gain. It'll be 3rd down. They had the catch on 2nd down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at 3rd down here. A shotgun snap for Goff. They got a man. It's Woods. A good pickup, 17 yards, and also a Rams first down. Woods coming off by far the best year of his career. 86 catches, over 1,200 yards. Now he's hoping to build on that, but well, he was a key cog in the wheel that took them to the Super Bowl last season.
We go tonight. 120. Let's go, defense. Hey, man up, D. Man up.
Goff going to hand it to Gurley. Demario Davis there on the stop.
The tackle made by Demario Davis. A 3-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 7 at the 43-yard line.
Tonight, 120.
And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the 3rd quarter has come to a close. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. On 2nd and 7, Goff. That'll be caught by Cup. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
Come on, D. Mike 56.
Goff wants to throw on 3rd and 1. He gets it to Gurley, complete. 9 yards on the play and a first down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Goff in the offense with a 1st and 10, and he's hit on all 5 of his pass attempts on this drive so far. Goff now to throw, and that one's complete to Gurley. And they went the wrong way there, losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. Really good defensive effort. They were all over that little swing pass out to the right side before lost yardage.
Terrific read, better execution, and done with a lot of enthusiasm, wasn't it?
Absolutely.
They saw it all the way, ran to the football, and caused a nice play for lost yardage.
That pass play wound up for negative yardage, so here's 2nd and 11. Goff throwing again. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. Eli Apple, good to the core there as he gets in and knocks it away. Defensively, you look at the numbers. Another incomplete pass that we just saw, and they're under 200 yards passing for the game, so they've done their job on that side of the ball.
Yeah, recently I was actually working a game where a quarterback had a streak of 5 straight games without a 200-yard game, and that was a big talk, both in his town and amongst his team. How do we get the passing game going? So big credit to them, holding them under 200 today.
First down, Los Angeles there with a pickup of 14 yards.
Now that was pretty. They executed that curl route versus zone coverage, and that changes things a little bit because against man, it's often a tight curl, tight, sharply run route. Against zone, you're just looking for that open spot, that dead area, so you make curl a little bit wider just to get to that place.
And usually a tight window. He fired a bullet in there for the completion. Goff on first down. And he'll find his target. Woods, it's complete. It's a gain of 11 and a first down, L.A.
Flag 20. Hey, I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And that's off the mark, incomplete.
Well, you know you don't want to make a mistake in that area, so you make sure you make a smart throw. Throw it out towards the sidelines. If you overshoot your guy, so be it. It's just the incompletion that we saw there.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Throwing again is gone. Gets this into the hands of the tight end, Higbee. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down.
And, partner, I think that was a great example that not all tight ends are created equal because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
And they're left looking at 3rd and 8 after the 2nd down pass play only went for 2. Now a draw as Goff gives to Gurley. And this play gets blown up. They'll lose yardage back at the 17. It'll be a loss of a yard, and it'll be 4th down.
It's not something that we see every game now. Todd Gurley held below 50 yards, and we are in the 4th quarter. Got to give a lot of credit. They've done a nice job of bottling him up.
They absolutely have. And a lot of times he can still find holes, but there haven't been the holes there. The offensive line hasn't created much space. So out comes a field goal team now for the 2nd time here today. From the left hash, this from 34. And Zerline's kick is good. And the drive will wind up yielding 3. Well, in the grand scheme of things, those 3 points likely not going to matter much, but I guess they get a little closer, a little more respectability.
Yeah, you're exactly right. They've been outplayed all game long, but like my mom used to tell me all the time before I went out, dress up a little bit, son. Make yourself respectable. And that's what they're doing here. They're just dressing up the final score.
So still lots of work left to do, but here comes the onside kick. And the Saints hands team able to rein this one in. 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
And they're going to take it all the way down and just take the delay.
Delay of game, offense.
So that one will be accepted.
Still first down.
And the play clock is going to run out here. They're in no hurry to get a play off.
Delay of game, offense.
Flag comes out, and that's because the offense did not get the play off in time.
And you can see the head coach, he is not happy. Everyone getting away from him right now because he's frustrated that they didn't get the ball snapped in time.
They go play action here on first down. Four yards on the dump off at second down. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Saints football as we get you reset. And the scoreboard on their side, they're just looking to melt away these final couple of minutes and put this one in the left-hand column. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Samson Abukum. A sensational effort by him, and that is one of the biggest losses you'll ever see on a sack.
Brandon, that's just football 101. If you're out of the pocket, you've got to get rid of the football in this situation. You cannot take a sack in a 2-minute drill.
Ready. 5-8, 5-8. Check, 59. Blue down. 53. Mike's 59. Mike's 59. Rabbit. Hey, zoom.
Off the play fake to Kamara, it's Breeze. Finds the open target, Arnold. They get 13, but it's not nearly enough. And it'll be fourth down.
He wasn't the primary target, but I think it was almost like a check down situation, wasn't it?
Yeah, hoping he can break some tackles, a big tight end, but he couldn't do it.
Yeah, get it to that big